Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. For 8 years, I've been waiting for this. 8 whole years I've been waiting for this, and it's finally here. I'm going to do an analysis afterwards of what I think about it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to play the video first, let you guys watch it, and then we're going to watch it again, stop it at certain points, and analyze it and see what I think. Let's go. Sit back, relax, boys. I'm telling you, grab a drink, grab something to eat. It's about to be pretty on. Woo-hoo-hoo. Mate, did that not look sick as fuck or what? That was pretty on. There were some things that I do like about it, some things that I don't like about it. Obviously, they didn't give us too much here. But there are some things that I can. I'll tell you why, which things I don't like, which things I do like, and also give you guys a little. I know a little bit of info about it that isn't actually in this trailer, but that I've gathered from other sources as well. So I'll share that with you. But for now, let's watch it again. I'll get into the analysis and what I think about all the different things that I saw in there. Yeah. So we'll start from the start. Right, so this is cool. If you just look at like the fine details, it looks like only one of this Osprey's rotors is damaged, which means you can still fly with one. I think that'd be cool if only one of them got damaged, and you could go on with the other, maybe listing to one side, if you know what I mean. Obviously, it doesn't matter here because you see the cruise missile coming. Flares don't do anything, obviously, and does good work for the second engine. Right. So I mean, something I like, I guess, the fact that different motors can be hit and destroyed. One thing I don't like, however, is coming up. This. Since when was Battlefield about wingsuiting around the place, jumping off a building and, wingsuiting to across the map? Battlefield is never about that, right? It was about using vehicles to traverse the map, or running or doing a flank or something. Not just hopping in, not just fucking getting to a building, wingsuiting to across the other map. I don't like it. I know that this is part of the game and it's someone's gadget, and I'll explain that later. But I'm not too keen for that. Just because I don't think that's what Battlefield's about. But Battlefield has to, it's got to change every year. So we'll see what it's like when the game actually comes out. Forget what map this is. I did know, but basically this middle thing here, that's one of the main objectives, and there's lots of like flooded canals and stuff for water vehicles and whatnot. Obviously you can see a helipad up here. There might be an objective down the bottom or something that spawns the helipad up there, I'm not sure. And there also is a radio tower that's accessible on all levels and all that shit. Somewhere in the map, I'm not entirely sure where, but I know that's gonna be sick. It looks like very open, which could be a little bit iffy when you've got maybe some snipers sitting up here on these rooftops, looking down here. Could get pretty toxic at times, I think. So we'll see. Now this little guy. Let's say if we compare it to the mortar in Battlefield 4, I don't want this here to become, like the mortar of Battlefield, where you could just sit, in this bush here with an ammo pack and constantly get one while you're going around killing people with this. This gets destroyed, you come back here, you spawn another one, and then you run off with it again. I really hope that's not the case. Hopefully not, because otherwise this I don't know, it's not Battlefield-ish, I know, but it's bound. This is where Battlefield was going anyway, so I think it could be cool, as long as there's some penalty for using it, As you saw, the grappling lines. I'm assuming some vehicles have that ability to use like a grappling hook to pull down structures and whatnot. Maybe grapple onto other vehicles and suck them towards you if they're trying to run away, maybe. Close quarters map. I'm about to show you something really cool, which I think could be really cool here. This right here. Do you see this? Tio's got a face shield. I really hope you can customize what goes on your head. Whether you can use night vision or whether you can use a face shield like this guy has. I think that'd be really cool. I think that's the escape from Tarkov creeping in on me a little bit, but I think that'd be really cool if you could customize what goes on your helmet, and maybe a face shield would decrease your face shot multiplier or face damage or whatever. I think that'd be cool. Or maybe protect you from flashbangs. I think that would be really, really good. Another thing, little bit of info that they didn't actually show in this trailer is that you can change your flashlights, your shotgun, barrel lengths, your sights, and all that stuff on the fly when you're on the ground, which I think is cool. To enable you to, let's say, if you came from outside with, I don't know, an ACOG scut in here, and you came inside to this sort of close range sort of stuff, you could switch to like a red dot, which would help you out a lot. We see the hovercraft returning from Battlefield 4. Looks a little bit pimped out this time. And another map, just like, ooh, I forget the map on Battlefield 4, but that looks sick. I don't care what anyone tells me. This looks sick. And from my information, sometimes, apparently sometimes it can launch. Sometimes it, maybe something will go wrong with it. So I can't wait for that to see. It will be another like Levolution event like we've seen in Battlefield games. And I'm sure it could do a bit of damage. This is the map with the tornado, I think. It looks very similar to the map with the tornado. Obviously, you've got the helicopters. You get a little bird returning in this game. Fan favorite from Battlefield 4. And obviously the attack helicopters. The thing with attack helicopters, I hope they don't come out extremely broken like they still are in Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4, they're still really good. And I would say a good helicopter pilot is pretty much immortal and can just farm 100 plus kills. So I'm hoping that's not the case in this, and they've given us a few more ways to take out helicopters. Now, the only way that I would see someone getting a quad bike on top of a fucking skyscraper's roof is from like some sort of airdrop or some sort of ability or something. So I'm assuming this guy here may be another operator that we see that has a different gadget. wasn't sick. If you don't think that was sick, fuck off. Right? That was dope. Obviously, a bunch of people have done it in all the Battlefield games, pretty much. It's really cool to watch, and obviously, Battlefield have realized that that's what people are going to do with their games, so they might as well put it in the trailers to make it look cooler. Fucking tornado. That'd be dope. I don't get what you say, but that's sick. Now this tornado would most likely be part of like a Levolution event, like I've seen in Battlefield 4. It's gonna tear down some shit, okay? It's gonna tear apart some objectives, I already know. And yeah, it's gonna be dope. And there's gonna be much more Levolution events sort of like this. I know there's like a sandstorm as well that can happen on another map. So things like this are going to become really prominent. 128 players on every map instead of on the new gen consoles and on PC. Only 64 for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, but that's what you expected. Smaller maps as well on the old gen consoles. I'm not sure if you guys picked up on this, but this building right here seems to be on the piss. From my eye, it seems to be tipping over. So I'm assuming that that building might come down. Once again, I don't think you should just be able to fly away. I'm not really keen on this wingsuit thing, but hey. There we go. June the 13th. Don't worry, I'll be there. Right? Does that not look sick? Right? Does that not look cool? Okay, we're gonna watch it back with mute on this time, and I'm just gonna talk about some stuff that I've got some outside information. So the way this is gonna be work is, when the game releases, there's going to be 10 operators. Now, operators are like, we've been given 4, like recon, support, assault, and engineer. So you got those 4 classic Battlefield ones, and they've each got a singular gadget that they can use. Obviously a rocket launcher you've seen, but only one. You can no longer customize. From what we've seen and heard, you can no longer customize what gadget people have. It's only one. And they keep that one. However, you can customize any gun on any character, on any operator. So you can have a sniper on an assault if you really wanted. That's just how they're going to do it. So I think we're going to have less tools, like different rocket launchers and stuff. I think we're going to have less of those to use, but more variability in the amount of guns we can use, which is going to be good. Like I said, there's going to be 10 different operators with different gadgets when the game releases, and upon the first year of it releasing, there's going to be 4 seasons with a free and paid for battle pass, as well as 4 new operators coming out in those seasons. So expect to see some new gadgets coming out even in the first year. You've got 3 game modes that have been announced so far. The main one, I've forgotten it, I'm sorry. The main one is literally just, I think it's called All Out War, I think. And it's sort of like consists of conquest and domination, with 128 players, which is going to be sick. What else? I think that's pretty much it. We didn't really get much from this trailer at all. We get a lot in the gameplay trailer coming out on the 13th. So I'm gonna be awake for that as well. And I'm getting pretty ready for that to see how the game looks and how crisp it is. From what I've heard, the gameplay itself and the game looks really nice, but the UI is a little bit meh so far. But I'm sure they can fix that in the open beta, and they get a bunch of responses. Yeah. Otherwise, if you guys are excited for this game, leave a like. If you aren't, leave a dislike and tell us why in the comments. Same with if you like it, Let me know why you're loving this game, what you're looking forward to. If I missed anything that you thought was key in the trailer, like something really cool that I missed, also chuck it down in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more analysis on the 13th as well. But other than that, boys, you always have a good one, eh?